Hi, welcome to a Fusion 360 video tutorial. I want to do that storage compartment exercise, which is usually a nice little exercise for 3D wireframe geometry. But as Fusion has no dedicated 3D wireframe tools, I will have to do it with 2D sketches and maybe put in some 3D elements as well. So let's take a look at the drawing. So here's the drawing, and you could make a screenshot of it so you could follow that exercise step by step. So if that 30-degree angle is on this side or the 10-degree angle on that side, that doesn't really matter. Do it like you want it to do. Now, let's have fun with Fusion 360. Now, let's create two planes first. So go for Construct, select that plane, and the offset should be 470. Then another one with an offset from this plane, and that offset might be 240. So in order to do a 3D sketch in Fusion 360, you have to select a plane anyway. So I could do that sketch on the plane. Maybe I will drop in some small 3D elements on the way. So let's start a sketch, but now on this plane here, yes, and it's not a 3D sketch. I need a line. Maybe like this. You could already give it a dimension if you want. So let's go for 80. Then another line which goes up. And I need to bring in that plane here. So go for, where is it? Project include, project or intersect. Select it here. Confirm. And then put this point coincident on the plane. Let's add an angle if possible. So that should be between this axis and that line, and that should be 5 degrees. Move this up so it's better visible. Now let's add a fillet from this one to that one, and the dimension should be 60 millimeters. Yeah, finish that sketch, and now let's make a surface extrude. So go to surface, make an extrude, select that sketch here, this one, which is obviously not really possible, so let's select it here, and that should go up to an object, and that object would be this plane here, and confirm. Okay, let's go for another sketch on the XY plane here. So sketch right there, and I wanted to do it similar as I did it with the 3D tools in the other programs. So I went for an arc there, so I will go for an arc here. So let's use a 3-point arc, and that should start here, go over there, and maybe like this. Now, in order to align it, I did it with a vertical constraint like that, and then here I have to add 2 construction lines in order to dimension the angle of that arc. So this should be for construction only, and that one here as well. Then we can add, is that for construction? No. No, it's for construction, and here as well. Okay. Now let's go for the angle, and the angle in this case should be 80 degrees or 60 degrees on whichever side you want, the 30 and the 10 degrees. So let's go for 80. Now we have to add a line. Which starts here, goes up to the plane. Therefore we have to bring in that plane again. So go for project include, project. That's the plane here. Confirm. Now put that point coincident onto that projected line here. And then we need to add an angle between this one and maybe that line here, or the plane, doesn't really matter. In this case this would be 10. Okay, finish that sketch. I've just noticed that this sketch isn't fully defined. Maybe I forgot to dimension that radius. So go into that sketch and add, yeah, it's missing that dimension. This should be 60 millimeter. No, it's fully constrained. Finish that sketch. Now the next sketch should be on this plane here. So go for sketch, right on that plane. I will need that point inside my sketch, so let's go for create, project include, project this point into the sketch. Now I can add an arc, 3 point, yes, maybe like that. Now let's constrain it like this point and that point should be vertically aligned, and that dimension should be 50 millimeters. Let's move this a little bit, and now I would need a line from this point to that one. So I could activate 3D sketch, then I don't have to project that, so I can draw a line from this point to that point. And now I could deactivate this, but I need a tangency here, tangency constraint, so go for tangency, select it, and it should be full constraint, and finish that sketch. And now we can do our first loft surface. So let's go for the loft surface. There you go. The first profile should be that sketch here. That would be, I think, sketch 2. And you can't select it, obviously here it doesn't work, so you have to select it here, like this. Then go for another one and add this edge here, that edge, and this edge down below, like that. And of course it should be not connected but tangent to that surface. We can make a new body, or we just could, no, we can only go for a new body. Okay, and confirm. But again, I forgot here something. You have to add a guide, so activate it and go for a guide or a rail in this case, and that would be this one here, and add the second one as well. And now confirm. Now we have to reverse the normal. Let's modify reverse normal from this surface here and confirm. And that looks okay. Now I need 2 more sketches, and I want it to do in a more efficient way. So next sketch is on this plane here. I need that point inside my sketch, or I could do that edge as well. So go for create, project include, project this point here. Yeah, it's inside, hopefully. No, that's the wrong one. So let's go for the correct one. This one here. That's more like it. And confirm. Now I can use a circle. Diameter should be 120. And those 2 points should be aligned vertical. And of course the projected point should be on that circle as well. No, not with this one, but this point should be right there. Okay, then I need a line which starts somewhere on this circle and goes up, and I will need to include or project that upper plane, which is this one. No. Project this one here and conform over here, and now this point should be coincident on that projection. Now add a dimension. That dimension should be between this one and maybe if we can select something over here. Not really possible, so I could draw a construction line from this point to that one. Does it snap? I hope. Select it, make it a construction line. No, that's really annoying. Construction. Okay. Now we can add a dimension between those two. And that should be 30 degrees. And of course, I need a tangency constraint between the circle and that line. Now we can trim, so this should be removed. And finish that sketch. Okay, next sketch is on that top plane, which is still hidden, so let's bring it into view. Go for another sketch now on this one. And again, I will need to project a point, at least a point, into my sketch. So go create, project include, project this upper end point here, confirm. Now we can do another circle. That circle has a diameter of 100 and 100. Again, I could arrange it like that. So go for vertical constraint here between this point and that point. Yes. And of course, this point should be on that circle. Again, I will need a line, and I could do it again with the 3D line or just with a simple line. If I go for 3D lines, I go for a 3D sketch. Select the line, select this point, go to that circle. Okay, now we could deactivate this, and I will need, of course, a tangency constraint here. Now we can trim, so this should be removed. So obviously that point was not there, so let's bring it back. So this point has to be on that circle. Okay, let's add a construction line. Like this, make this one for construction only. Okay, and now I should be able to trim this. Yes. Finish that sketch, and now we can do our second loft surface. So go for the loft, select this one, that one, plus the edges here, and add the rail or guide like that. Again, it's a new body, and confirm. But again, I forgot something. I want it to be tangent like this, and now confirm. Reverse the normal of this surface and confirm. And now we can sew or knit or whatever it's called in Fusion. This one here, it's called stitch. I want to stitch those three surfaces together. Confirm, and I'm done. So hope it was still helpful. Hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a like or leave a comment. If you want to see more, please give it a like or leave a comment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be really helpful. You could follow me also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, GrabCat, and many more. Thanks for watching. See you to the next one. Bye bye.